Here's an update for the Grom Vline2 for 05 GX470 Lexus. There have been a lot of updates to it, so this is the most recent one. I think it's dated for January 2020. Question was, how do you zoom in or out? Well, there's no easy way to do it. Sometimes you get zoom buttons on the left side, but these are for scroll. So if you tap, then you can get your zooms. But two-finger pinch does not really work. So that's, you don't get your two-finger pinch. As for navigation, it's okay. It uses a lot of the screen on the side, so I'll show you that in a moment. Typing in stuff is not fun, so let me try to type something in. I'm going to try typing in Home Depot, or sorry, Office Depot. Office. Okay, so I typed it in a few. You can see how small this keyboard is, right? So if you're Office Depot, it's not easy to use. I would prefer something taller. So it's easier to hit the buttons, hit the keys. So yeah, that's a challenge there, just trying to get that to work. But voice search works great. So you can use the microphone there and just tell it, navigate to wherever you want to go. If it's something complicated that I needed to do on there, I would instead use my wireless keyboard here with the trackpad. So the trackpad works great. You can do everything you normally would. Two-finger pinching does work on that. Drag and drop, and keyboard makes it a little bit easier. So if I'm parked and I need to do something complicated, I've got this. Otherwise, that screen is kind of difficult to work with. So let's just see Office Depot. There we go. Let's go to search. And Office Max Find. Let's navigate. And then from here, you got to scroll to get to the navigation. Touchscreen again, it's not the greatest. Let's see. Nope. There we go. Okay, so let's get your directions. And this part is a little bit slow. I've pre-downloaded the maps. Let's do it again. There we go. And let's start.
Head northeast on Esteban Torres Drive toward Abraham Drive.
All right, so the problem here is this is all you get to see.
Traffic on your route is slower than usual. You should reach your destination by 9:42 a.m.
You have this much room for it to navigate. So I'm in a smaller street here, so you can't see anything around it. But yeah, you only see this much. So let's say your next stop is a mile away. You can't see where it is on the right or on the left. It's off the screen. It's way the heck out here. But of course, you've got this, and you've got this, and you've got the voice talking at you. So visually, there's not much. You can read the street signs. It's much improved there. But since the words are larger, you just can't see as much on here. It's usable as long as you pay attention to the voice guidance. Then you're really referencing this every once in a while. You're not looking for anything. Notice also contrast is very, very difficult. If we looked really closely, there is some dotted line here. That's a road. Well, it doesn't really show, and then here's a road up here too. So the contrast is very limited on these old displays. It'll show the road that you're on, see like the blue where you need to go, but if you're looking at side streets, I don't know if it matters to you that much. You can't see those streets. Night mode is actually a little bit better, but you have to force the night mode. It doesn't seem to like to automatically change over every time. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I think that's more of a Google thing rather than a Grom thing. You can try to see some of the streets better by turning on traffic. So you can see what the traffic is for Irving Street. That kind of helps, but contrast is kind of difficult there.